Hi there, it's August 3rd and time for Proverbs 3. Let's jump over there and we'll get into it. We're doing the Revised Standard Version this month from 1971. Admonition to trust and honor God. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments, for length of days and years of life and abundant welfare they will give you. Right? Abundant welfare. Now, what does that say over here? Well-being. Bring up another version when we need to. Let not, or don't let, loyalty and faithfulness forsake you, or leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good repute in the sight of God and man. Understanding and reputation. Right? We'll just highlight that whole thing. Don't let loyalty and faithfulness leave you. Bind them to around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will have a good reputation in the sight of God and man. Right? Okay, verse 5. This is an old song, if you've been around long enough. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own insight. Lean not on your own understanding, the old verses say. In all of your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. It will straighten your path. I've heard that so many times in the original that it just, that's the way it comes out. And I used to sing this song back in the 80s, I think it was. Oh, this one's important. Be not wise in your own eyes, fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. Okay? Don't brag, okay? Don't brag. You're thinking you're smarter than everybody else. That's wise in your own eyes. You think you're smarter than everybody else. The fact of the matter is, everybody on earth knows something that you don't know. So you're not smarter than anybody, right? It'll bring healing to your flesh, navel, and refreshment to your bones. Like that. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Besides not being wise in your own eyes. Okay, verse 9. Honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will be bursting with wine. Honor the Lord with your substance. And what does that say over here? Let's find Proverbs 3, right? Yeah. 3, 9. Honor the Lord with your wealth, right? Wealth, possessions, substance. Okay, with all of your wealth and possessions, honor him, right? First fruits, the first check you write should go to the Lord, right? And this basically says, if you do, then your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will be bursting with wine. Okay? If you give to the Lord first, you'll have more than you can handle. It says it right there. Verse 11, my son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of his reproof, for the Lord reproves whom he loves, and as a father, the son in whom he delights in. Okay, that's all. If you like the Lord's disciplining you, that means he loves you, okay? You don't discipline other people's children because they're not your children. You don't love them. You discipline your own children. And if God's disciplining you, it's because he loves you and wants you to learn, right? It's important. Okay. True wealth. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gets understanding. For the gain from it is better than gain from silver, and its profit better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are the ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called happy. Now, this whole thing, I like that whole thing. Right? Wisdom. Okay. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gets understanding. The gain is better than the gain from silver, and its profit better than gold. She is more precious. Wisdom is more precious than jewels. Nothing you desire can compare with wisdom. Right? Long life is in her right hand, in her left hand are riches and honor. Okay? If you seek wisdom, this stuff will come. Okay? But you can seek this other stuff and never get wise. Those who hold her fast are called happy. Right? There you go. God's wisdom in creation. Okay, verse 19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth, and by understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deep broke forth, and the clouds dropped down the dew. I'm going to highlight this part right here. Your wisdom is, Jesus is wisdom. Okay, we've established that before. Jesus is wisdom. Okay, he is wisdom itself. The true security, verse 21. My son, keep sound wisdom and discretion. Let them not escape from your sight, and they will be life for your soul and adornment for your neck. Then you will walk on your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. If you sit down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden panic, or of the ruin of the wicked when it comes. That's important. When it comes. It doesn't say if. It says when it comes. Okay? Not going to let me change that color. Oh. Remember that. It says when, not if. For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to do it. Okay? Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again tomorrow, and I will give it when you have it with you. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. For the perverse man is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are in his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the abode of the righteous. Toward the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he shows favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. I like that. To the humble he shows favor. Right? So, there you go. That's Proverbs 3. Highlighted a bunch of stuff in here, because there's a bunch of important stuff in here, and we'll go over our highlights real quick. Okay, we highlighted 3 and 4. Let not loyalty and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Now, what does that say about it? Never let loyalty and kindness get away from you. Love and faithfulness never leave you. Never let this stuff leave you. Loyalty and faithfulness. Okay. So you have favor and a good reputation in the sight of God and man. It says in the New Living Translation, you will gain a good reputation. Okay, verse 5 and 6 we highlighted. Just because it's an old song that I used to sing in the 80s and 90s. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and do not rely on your own insight. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths. He will make straight your paths. I have the old version in my head. It's a memory verse from when I was young. 7 and 8. And this is important. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. It will be healing to your flesh and refreshment to your bones. Right? Never brag. Never think you're smarter than somebody else. It's being wise in your own eyes, thinking, I know so much more than everybody. These people are so stupid. That's wrong, okay? That's just wrong. 9 and 10 we highlighted. Honor the Lord with your substance, with your wealth, with everything you have, and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your barn will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine. Give to the Lord first. When you get your paycheck, the first check you write should be to the Lord. Okay? The very first check. And it says right here, by doing this, the barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will be bursting with wine. Okay? If you give to the Lord first, he'll make sure you have enough for everything else. Okay? Guaranteed. Never fails. Okay? 11 and 12, my son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of his reproof, for the Lord reproves him whom he loves, as the Father, the Son, in whom he delights. Right? If the Lord's disciplining you, trying to teach you a lesson, it's because he loves you. If he didn't love you, if you weren't his child, he wouldn't discipline you, right? So, have joy when he's disciplining you. Okay. And true wealth, 13 through 18. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gets understanding, for the gain from it is better than the gain from silver, and its profit is better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are the ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called happy. Okay. Now this is wisdom, and Jesus is wisdom. All right. Trust in Jesus. Everything else will be taken care of. Okay. Long life is in her right hand. Riches and honor are in her left hand. If you go after wisdom first, that other stuff will come. Okay? And we highlighted 19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. Jesus. And we know from John, right? In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You know, he was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were created. Without him nothing was created that was created. Wisdom, the Word, Jesus. And we have it at 27. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Right? It's important. Don't say later. That's evil. And we highlighted 34 and part of 35. Towards scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he shows favor. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace. There you go. So that's Proverbs 3 for August 3rd, Saturday. Do some yard work today. Maybe it won't rain for once. But stay tuned later. We're doing Through the Bible in a Year. I think we're starting a new book today, Nahum or something like that. So, and it's been so long since I've read that book, I don't even know what it's about anymore, but I'm going to find out. Huh? Won't be doing much yard work with these allergies I'm battling, but we'll get it done. So there you go. Remember, stay humble. Don't be wise in your own eyes. See you next time.